Hello YouTube, my YouTube family. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening whenever you're watching this video. Do me a favor, please like the video for me. Like, if you have not subscribed, I'm kind of tired. Subscribe. Please subscribe and please share the video. Hopefully that will get the word out on my channel and get other people at least viewing and kind of getting to know me. So please like the video for me and please subscribe if you haven't. To my subscribers, again, I always thank you. Especially for those who are praying for my father and I always have to throw that in there because I truly appreciate it. Again, I'm gonna do a video with Daddy Update. I was gonna do it today, but then something popped up and I'm going in another direction. But I thank you guys truly for supporting me and for praying for both of us. The reason I came with this video is because there is a saying that people used to use, and I can't remember the guy who penned it initially, but it says, ignorance is bliss. In this case, I'm going to address, and I know a lot of people probably are, but Nicole Tyler. In this case, ignorance is not bliss. When you say ignorance is bliss, it's people not really wanting to know the truth behind what's really going on because maybe they can't accept the truth, or maybe they're just running from it for whatever reason. Oh, before I do that, I have to tell you guys something that was so funny. I was giving Daddy a bath the other night, and I had my iPad on while I was bathing him, and I had it in his little. They have a little section in his bedroom where the bathroom is. It's like a hallway where the sinks are, and the closets and all that. And so I had the iPad on in there, and I had it on, and it was just playing videos. I didn't have it set to any particular video. And so while I was bathing him, Rita came on, and she was doing this absolutely and hear me and okay, okay, okay. And so Daddy said, Bob, I said, huh? He said, will you please answer that woman so she can quit saying okay? So tickled. I got so tickled. I got so tickled. He said, what does she want to know? She keep asking you, okay, and do you hear? She keeps saying, hear me, hear me, hear me. He said, answer her. He said, who that anyway up in here? And I told her. I had to break it down and tell him, Daddy, that's a video on iPad. He said, turn that shit off. It's getting on my nerves. So, oh God, it was so funny. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. He was like, God gives you what you need when you need it. And babies, I needed that laugh because I was so tired. I was tired because I didn't get to bed till like 5 that morning. But it was so funny. He thought somebody was actually in the house, and he was trying to figure out who'd you let in this house this time on. He know I'm not gonna let anybody over here, but she just kept going, okay, okay, do you hear me? Hear me? Listen here, Negro. He said, what's wrong with Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go back. He was looking so serious, and I'm just bathing away, and he hollered loud and loud, shut up, answer that question, tell her what she wants so she can shut up. I said, okay. But anyway, woo, forgive me, people, forgive me. I wasn't trying to be ugly or shade. I'm just telling you the truth. But I hope I don't bust out laughing again. It was so funny. But I listened partially to Nicole's video. Normally because I just to hear what they're talking about or see what they're saying. When they get off into left field, and that's just the phone thing. When they go left field, I just kind of I back off because I don't, like I said, there are a lot of things that's going on YouTube that's toxic, and at this point the toxicity is too strong. So I try just to stay kind of get just enough information to understand what they're saying. If this thing starts buffering or something, there's a terrible. We've got like 3 or 4 tornado warnings here, so I'm not sure if my signal is good on this my Wi-Fi, because a little thing came up regarding my Wi-Fi, but hopefully it's recording. But I'm not going to go head on heels into Nicole, and I'm not going to bash, bang, or anything like that on her, or speak ill of her as far as putting a negative title to her, because she's human just like I am, and then she has the rights to her opinion. But the thing is, and this is what I try to get people to understand a lot of times, the Bible says we are destroyed because of a lack of knowledge. And I don't want to say that's okay, because in all that getting, you have to get an understanding. Even in your daily walk, in your daily life, you have to try to understand and figure out what's actually going on around you. So when she went on this little rant and she kind of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, the first thing came to my mind was, um, I don't understand how people educate yourself on the topic, or at least gather information, relevant information, before you just go on and spew out of the mouth all this hatred and all this other stuff that comes out of you. Um, I I'm a firm believer again that we are destroyed because we don't know, we don't understand, we don't take the time out to really try to understand what's happening in our own lives, the intricacies. I'm sleepy. The little things that go on in our lives that makes us tick. Those things that are operating within our body, which makes us tick. Um, the first thing I'm going to say is, because she mentioned it, there's no way you can separate Jesus from the Bible. There's no way you can separate. Do y'all understand that? There's absolutely no way you can separate Jesus from the Bible, because the Bible says he is the Word. So when you say, I don't want to hear anything about no blank Jesus, don't give me that blank Jesus blank, but then turn around and try to quote a scripture. Number one, your ignorance. That's not bliss. You need to know what you're talking about, and at least if you're going to stand on the truth, know the truth. Um, the examples that many people have given over other videos regarding this rant have been phenomenal. I'm not going to get into the gay, straight, lesbian, trans. I'm not getting into any of that. I'm getting into the fact that we get on here. A lot of people have done, even in the public eyesight, people get on here and just scream, yell, and rant without facts, without knowledge, without having some insight as to what they're fighting about, or what they're screaming about, or what they're yelling about, or going off about. And what you get is babbling and a whole bunch of nothing, which again brings about the chaos and the confusion that you now see, or the chaos and confusion in your own mind. First of all, when things happen to you and you have not dealt with that, that thing again becomes a seed, and you germinate it by really feeding that seed. I said that in the last video. From what I understand and from what Nicole has stated on her video some time back, her husband left her for another man. She's never dealt with that. She has never dealt with that issue. And so her hatred began with any gay man, period. That does not matter, anything of that nature. But to say, I think some of the statements that were made were just ignorant. I couldn't fathom someone being that um, ignorant regarding things that's going on in the world and regarding things that's just going on in life, because she's clearly jaded because of hatred. And I go back again. See, for some reason, when I see these videos or somebody say, did you see so-and-so, and you go and see them, when you go to them, so far everything has been kind of coinciding with my past video. It seems to be building like a building step or building block to something else. So she got on here and she blamed the gay men for destroying, I guess, the family, or the gay men are going to destroy the human race, and it was just a bunch of nothing. And the thing was, at the time when I was looking at it, I thought, why won't she get some help? See, you all shade people, and you think it's funny, and that's okay. But there are some serious issues within a lot of people's minds because they have never dealt with the issues that they've internalized. And instead of them being at a point where they can talk with someone, be a friend or psychotherapist or psychiatrist, whatever you, Jesus. But she said, she don't want to hear nothing about no Jesus. I am the word, though, sweetie. How can you not you can't take one out of the equation. They mesh together. They fit like a perfect cubes fit into the little socket. It fits perfectly. You can't separate one from the other. So that shows you right there the somewhat ignorance on her part. And I hate using that word ignorant because I don't want to feel like I feel like I'm bashing her, and I'm not trying to bash her. But I just thought the rant and the rage regarding gay, it was only gay men, and so you can't just pinpoint this one area and say, oh, they're going to destroy this, and they're the reason why the black race, well, we will, the black women are suffering, and then not think about, well, what about the other people who are gay, the lesbians, the transgender, transsexual. I mean, you see, you've got to do your study on things before you come on here and do the ranting and the raving and going off and screaming and cussing at people, because it makes you look, yeah, I'm not bashing it, but it makes you look foolish because you don't have any valid points when you're speaking on particular subjects. You're just running off at the mouth, and it's like diarrhea. You're spewing out crap, backward, back, crap, 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 and that's not a good thing. Um, and I guess I looked at it at the Bible uh, per se. I'm a little tired um, because again, the reason why I put it this way, the reason why cults were so prevalent and cults were so growing and popular in the world, even though many of them, the end results was death and something bad or negative. But because they were so popular, because people, instead of them researching and doing their own study and doing their own, putting their time in to understand, I'll say, scriptures, they follow just this one person. And whatever he said, however he said it, whatever his revelations were as far as his thinking was, they followed that. They never took the time out for themselves to just read and study and see what the word actually said. That's how Jim Jones was so popular, but 900 some people died. It's Kim Jong Un. It's a whole lot of people who were involved in cults, who had cults, and some are still active today. And the thing is, because they don't take the time out in all that get an understanding. They never took the time to get an understanding of what the word truly is saying and apply to themselves, but that they put all their dreams, their hopes, their prayers, whatever it is, their life, in the hands of the one person that was over them, and whatever that individual stated or said. It was God. It was like God himself speaking, and that's the problem with that. I'm not going to go into Nicole's whole thing because most of you have seen it. I'm just saying, when you come on YouTube and when you have an issue that you would like to express, just have some knowledge of what you're saying, and have something that makes sense to what you're saying, because the things you're saying is out of hatred, it's out of anger, it's out of what happened to you in your life, and you're spewing that out without actually realizing or listening to what you're saying. Because if you listen to what you're saying, you'll find out you're not making any sense at all in what you're saying. You've basically stated that the demise of the world is because of gay men. How? How? Um, you talked about them not being able to procreate and all that, but like some others have stated, you know, I'm just going to break, I'm not getting to the deep part of it, but many of them have adopted children that some baby daddies don't even want to take care of. So, see, you can't have one and not address the other, and then blame everything on one and not see the fallacies in the other. Does that make sense? You can't do that. You can, but it makes no sense. It's not common sense. It's not rational thinking, what you're doing and what you're saying. So I just sit down for a moment to do that, to come and say that, because I've got to spit out videos so my base channel will grow. This is right off the top of my head. I didn't plan on doing this, but when I heard the little rant that she did, um, I was left bewildered, but at the same time, I was like, okay, I'm not shocked, because there are a lot of people who say a lot of things on YouTube without having true knowledge of what they're speaking about or having insight into what they're speaking about. And unless you have that, no, I'm not saying you have to be gay to speak on gay issues, but at least educate yourself on the people and all of that, and don't pinpoint or put somebody within a particular mold because that person acts that way, then every gay person is ruled or studied by that one person that you're judging everybody by. That's about saying about black people or white people or race. Don't take the whatever you saw in that race, and because whatever you saw in that race, all of that particular race acts that way, because that's not true. That's ignorance. That's what I'm saying. Ignorance. Don't allow ignorance to you don't ignorance doesn't need to be bliss on YouTube. When you come with the knowledge and the facts to back up what you're saying. And it just threw me off when she kept saying Jesus. She didn't want to hear about Jesus, and but she kept throwing scriptures, and it's like you can't dismiss one without the other, sweetie. You just can't do it. Jesus says, I'm the word, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. So you cannot separate. And that's why the devil, he wins, because we don't take the time out to understand or to read or to study what's right before us. So we know how to stand, and we know how to have a foundation that's built upon the word, so to speak. And so your foundation is rocky and shaky because you don't know. We are destroyed because of a lack of knowledge. We are destroyed because we don't take the time out to really just meditate. I say let's meditate on spiritual things, spiritual aspects of life. And so it's destroying us. And like I said before, that poison, that toxicity gets inside of you, and it actually kills you. It's destroying the person you were probably meant to be. But you're not, because you're so full of, again, I'm telling you guys, you're so full of hatred and anger and maliciousness. It's just negativity. And at some point, I asked myself, after I looked at all the videos of the night, are any of these people just happy? Just to be content, to be happy with where they are, what they have, and if they're not, are they doing whatever they need to do to improve or make their body, their life, the quality of their life better, instead of bitching? Does that make sense? So I think my cousin is coming in. I gotta go. Love you guys. Bye.